Hello everyone, now we are going to learn about orientation and space. Every organism attempts to achieve continuous control of its environment through its sense organs, and each is programmed in such a way as to avoid unfavorable conditions and to stay in a favorable environment. A daphnia swims close to the water surface when the water contains much carbon dioxide, which is appropriate because the water contains more oxygen there. Two stimuli play a role in this reaction: carbon dioxide as a releasing stimuli and light as a directing stimuli. If one eliminates the water from the above, the daphnia will swim downward as soon as carbon dioxide is added. Yet this ability to stay in a favorable surrounding can be achieved by simpler means, such as by moving faster in an unfavorable environment and by slowing down in congenial surroundings without necessarily altering the direction of movement. This principle, which is called kinesis, suffices to keep an animal for a longer period in an environment favorable to its survival. So, in most animal welfare organization, environmental stimuli are processed in such a way that an angle controlled change of the direction of movement is achieved. Such tropical reactions represent, of course, definite progress compared to the kinesis reactions. The orientation, movement, or taxes and their mode of operation will now be considered. I want to restrict myself to a short summary of the attempts to classify orientation process, concluding with a catalog. This is followed by a more detailed discussion of selected examples. As I have already pointed out, orienting movements are independent on directing stimuli. According to the resulting position or the involvement mechanisms, taxes have been variously named. Phototaxis or alarm movements, and four kinds of tropotaxis can be seen, which are the tropotaxis. With the help of paired receptors, the animal assumes a position in which each receptor is equally stimulated. If one receptor is destroyed, the animal turns in circles. Next one is the monotaxis or compass orientation, non-symmetric orientation toward an orienting stimulus, for example by keeping a constant angle toward light rays. Then comes the teleotaxis, that is the goal directed orientation. During this process the goal is fixed. Then comes the mnemotaxis, which is the orientation based on memory. In accordance with the kind of stimulus, one refers to phototaxis, rheotaxis, geotaxis, chemotaxis, and galvanotaxis. Helpful summaries are presented. One species may possess several orienting mechanisms. The grayling butterfly will escape from an enemy by flying toward the sun. It flies in circles. If blinded in one eye, it is a tropotaxis. What is a tropotaxis? With the help of paired receptors, the animal assumes a position in which each receptor is equally stimulated. If one receptor is destroyed, the animal turns in circles. So, the male fly towards passing females in response to optical stimuli. This they can do even when blinded in one eye. Hence, their orientation in this functional cycle is a teleotaxis. Orienting processes are not governed by strict stimulus-response relationships. E.V. Holtz demonstrated that the specific physiological condition of an organism, its drive state, exerts a decisive influence. Many fishes orient simultaneously to gravity and to the light. In horizontal light from the side, the fish is turned 30 degrees in response by the dorsal light reaction, while the static receptors attempt to hold the fish in equilibrium in his normal position. The fish then comes to rest in and between the position that can be measured precisely in high vacant form. For example, angelfish. The stronger the intensity of the light, the more the fish will orient toward the light. If the weight is